So I normally like to do my face first, but today I'm gonna do my eyes first. And I'm gonna use this new palette that I purchased from Ulta. This is in collaboration with Melisa Michelle here on YouTube. I love her channel. She seems just very down to earth and she's beautiful. And this palette was $20, but you can use the Ulta 350 off coupon. So I thought I would pick it up and give it a try. That is what it looks like. To prime my eyes, I'm just going to use concealer. This is my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Concealer in Classic Ivory. This is the lightest shade and it's not that light. So that's the only thing with this concealer I feel is it's just not as light to like highlight under the eyes as I would like. And if you're super fair, obviously it's going to be too dark. And I got some in my eyeball. Like, how does that happen? I'm just blending this with my beauty blender. I think from the palette, I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called Rosemary. I take my Pro Tapered Blending Brush from Beauty Junkies. You can find these brushes on Amazon. And they're very nice and very affordable. Actually, I think I reviewed, I don't know if I did an individual review on these or if I, and so far it's blending out really nice. The next shade I'm going to take is this one here called Bling Bling. And I'm just using a Luxie 237 blending brush. And I'm just going to pop this shade on the outer corner and the outer crease. I'm going to take this shade right here. And I don't know the name. Cadis? Is that her son's name? I think it's her son's name. Because I know she named one after her son and daughter, and her daughter's name is Alana. So I'm just applying this on the lid with a flat shader brush. This is just a generic brush that I've had forever. So I think I want to intensify that shadow, make it a little bit more metallic by wetting my brush. So I'm just gonna take my Kirkland facial towelette, just run my brush over that and then dip back into the shadow. Yeah, that definitely amped it up per usual. So I'm gonna deepen out the outer corner and I'm just gonna go ahead and use the shade Alana. Right, so I'm gonna take like a smaller pencil type brush. This one's from Ulta, but it's really old. And I'm just gonna kind of pack that on. I feel like it's a little patchy on this outer portion here. Do you see like there's no shadow right in this area? I don't know, it looks funny to me. I go back into Bling Bling and just kind of run that over the upper part of that darkened crease there. So I'm just gonna run the shade in Harley right here across the upper lash line. I just wanna use this as eyeliner. I'm gonna take a Beauty Junkies Precision eyeliner brush. Actually, I'm gonna go into Alana. I think it's just gonna be darker. Yeah. I'm gonna take the shade in Lola right here. And I'm just gonna use a pencil brush to pop this right in the inner tear duct. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my under eyes. So for mascara, I'm gonna take one of these new Essence mascaras that I got. I think I'm gonna try the Lash Extension Mascara. And it says with lengthening fibers. So the wand is nice and small, which I prefer. I feel like it's too dry. I much prefer a wet mascara, and this one is new, but it's already like a drier formula. And I don't like that because I just feel like it gets even drier with the more you use it, just because you're opening up the container and you're letting air in there. So, not my favorite. I put on facial oil. This is the Acure Seriously Glowing Facial Serum. I love facial oils, especially to moisturize and apply right before foundation. They just make my foundation look nice and smooth and nice and hydrated. I just feel like my skin looks so much better when I do this before my foundation application. So I'm gonna use a new foundation today. I've been using it and testing it out though. It's the BareMinerals BarePro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. It has an SPF of 20. I have the shade in Natural Light, which I actually ordered another shade that's a little bit more yellow. This one's like a neutral to yellow undertone. I know BareMinerals foundations sometimes tend to run pretty yellow, so I didn't want it to be too yellow, so I got this one. But I feel like I need one that's more yellow, so I ordered another one, and I did receive it already, but I might qualify for an influencer box with this foundation, so I didn't want to open it yet. So I'm just gonna use this shade. And let me see what it does. It say. See if I can tell you what it says. I'm applying this with my BDELLIUM Tools 957 brush. This came in their summer box. All right, so this is, what does it say? It says, flawless medium to full coverage, lasts all day, creamy blendable texture for luxurious comfort, stay true mineral pigments, designed for all skin tones, oil-free, non-comedogenic, hypoallergenic, and dermatologist tested. So I really like this foundation a lot. I've been wearing it for a couple weeks now, and I really, really like it. I like the finish of it, especially when I put an oil on under it, but that's kind of the case with most foundations. But I think it has a nice, more natural finish. It's not too heavy. It just looks good. And it blends out really well. The Infallible Pro Glow from L'Oreal. And I'm just gonna put that like under my eyes. This is the lightest shade and it's not that light. Like if you're super fair, this won't work for you. Kind of burns. I think I heard another YouTuber say that it kind of burnt their eyes. It's weird. All right, so I have the shade Classic Ivory. So this concealer blends out really nice. which is what I like about it. And it has a nice finish to it. It does look a little bit dewy, which I like because I like it to look hydrating under my eyes. I don't want it to look parched and dry. So I like the finish of it. Now the color is not really light enough. I mean, it's kind of like my skin tone, but it's not light enough to like really highlight. And I would say the coverage is kind of maybe medium coverage. It's not full coverage. Oh, for powder, I'm just gonna take this. This is from Flower Beauty. It's the Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. And I really like this. It definitely makes me look matte, but it makes my skin look smooth. This is like a little unicorn mermaid brush from Beauty Big Bang. I will link it below. This is a very fine powder. I don't know if you can see it like flying around, but let me show you. Like, do you see how smooth this is compared to this side? Love this powder. I'm just gonna take a big brush, just dust it all over my face. I would say this powder probably, maybe will give a white cast. I don't know that I've taken a photo with it, but I feel like once I put it on, you can definitely see that my face looks light on camera with the lights. In person, I think it looks fine, but on camera, I feel like it definitely looks a lot whiter. So I would say it's probably gonna give a white cast, but if you're not taking photos, then I guess that's not really a big deal. So I just love how smooth the skin looks with this. Looks beautiful. To bronze my skin, I'm gonna use the Hoola Light by Benefit. When I got this, I was like, oh my God, it's way, way, way too light. But I actually really do like it. 'Cause I used to just be heavy-handed with bronzer all the time. And I already have like kind of defined cheekbones. So I feel like I don't really need to put a lot of like bronzer here to contour. I just need to lightly dust it on. But it just gives a light, you can barely see it, but it's there. So I like it. You can definitely see it. It's just very light. Oh, and this brush is, again, by Beauty Big Bang. I will link the video that I reviewed these down below. I also mentioned them in my recent favorites, current loves video. So if you're interested in seeing these brushes, then check out those videos. So I'm gonna go into the blush in the palette. It's called Mahal. I'm just gonna take this IT Cosmetics brush. I don't know what it is, but my friend gave it to me a while ago. A Love Tarte, Mary. I don't think she's posted a video in a really, really long time. So she became a minimalist and she got rid of a lot of, pretty much like, I would say 90% of her makeup and tools. And so she gave me some of her stuff. She was very kind. I actually was in San Diego where she was living, and she met up with me a couple times and we had some play dates with our daughters and it was really fun, and she gave me some brushes and some makeup and it was very kind of her. So but I do miss her videos, and I think she now lives in Chicago. I haven't like personally talked to her, but I've seen her posts. So, but if you haven't checked out her channel, you should definitely check it out. I'm not sure if she still plans on doing videos or not, but I love her. She's very nice and sweet. All right, so I'm gonna take the highlighter. It's called Holla. And I'm just gonna use another one of these brushes. I've been using these nonstop, guys, so I like these brushes. They're very nice quality and really pretty for the price. So I do really like the blush color in this palette. And the highlighter, I thought it was gonna be too dark, but I think it might be okay. All right, so now that the face is on and stuff, I feel like I'm liking the eyes better. I don't know, I just thought it looked kind of messy before, but I think so. I'm gonna apply Rosemary and Bing Bing, these two shades right here. I'm going to put them on the lower lash line with a pencil brush. This one is a precision pencil brush from Crown Brush. And I'm just gonna go back in with the mascara. Just gonna do another coat of mascara. So I don't think the mascara looks bad, but I do feel like it's a little bit dry. And it does get a little bit clumpy in certain areas, so it's not my favorite because it's a little bit too dry for me, but I do like the wand. So I probably wouldn't repurchase that one. I still love the Essence Lash Princess. And then the other one that I recently talked about in my favorites video, it's in a white packaging, but I really love that one as well. And then I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Nothing new really for my eyebrows. Just gonna use my ColourPop one. I haven't used this in a really long time. And this is the brow color in Dope Taupe. And I'm gonna use this BDELLIUM Tools 762 brush. Really, really like this brush. It's so tiny, just perfect for getting little perfect strokes. Now this pomade is very soft, so it's kind of depositing a lot of product. This is the perfect brush for your eyebrows if you want to make hair strokes up like this in the front, because it's so thin and so small that it just really makes them nice and small. It really does mimic hair strokes. Like, I love it. So I don't know if I was recording when I applied the liquid matte lipstick that came in the Melissa Michelle palette. So this is what it looks like right here. And it's called Scandy. So I put that on my lips. It smells really good, like a MAC lipstick. It smells very buttercreamish. Smells really yummy. So that is the lipstick. A little bit sticky, but I do have some of the matte liquid lipsticks from Ulta and I do like them. I think the packaging's a little bit messy, but overall I like the formula. Once it dries down more, it won't be as sticky and it gives a nice finish. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, so I like them. They're not my favorite matte liquid lipsticks, but I think they're good for the price because they're affordable. So this one, I think the color's really, really pretty. So I like this one. It's like a great everyday nude. So that almost wraps up this video. I almost forgot. I'm gonna use a setting spray. This is by Project Beauty. It's the Spray Set and Go Makeup Setting Spray. And I got this in my last month's BoxyCharm. And as you can see, I've used it up quite a bit. I really like it. Alright guys, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. So let me know if you guys like these types of videos. It was kind of like a get ready with me, but I was trying new products. Some I used, some I hadn't used. So let me know if you like full face first impressions or if you just like videos like testing new products. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a first impression, but they are new products and I'm trying them out for you guys on my face, even though I may have used them before. I know I recently had a comment on my recent video that said they missed my Get Ready With Me videos, and I do miss doing them. I just don't get a lot of views on them, so I feel like you guys don't want to watch them. So I like have mixed feelings about it. Like I want to do them anyways for those who do like them, but then at the same time, if most people don't like to watch them, I don't know if I want to spend the time. So I kind of have mixed feelings about it. So let me know if you guys like these types of videos. I think it's fun to try out new products. So I do like the way the overall look turned out. I do want to play with the palette more from Ulta. At first I was like, I think the mattes I really liked. The shimmers were okay. I think it was more the colors for me. Like, I do like these like coppery shades, but I feel like on me, I'm not loving them for some reason. But once I like completed the face and everything, I think it all came together. And then shades like this one here that have like a black base, I'm not a fan of, just because when you start to blend them out, I feel like they start to look black instead of the color that they truly look in the pan. Now this one still looked a little bit purpley, but I don't know, that color definitely looked patchy to me, so I'll just have to play with it some more. But I did like the cheek color, the liquid lipstick, and the highlighter actually worked out. I thought it was gonna be too dark for me, but it's actually not. Yeah, it's a pretty like gold, but not too yellow gold and not too dark. So overall, I like the way the look turned out. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys. Have a great day.